Gonna dismiss the speculation that he's been asked to resign. And Dlamini Zuma says Home Affairs should not be dragged into the Dalai Lama visa debacle. From a news desk, I'm Lebo Changela. National Police Commissioner General Bheki Cele has dismissed speculation that he's been asked to resign by President Jacob Zuma for his part in the police lease saga. He's insisted that he's not going to leave his job until his work is done. Cele has visited communities affected by crime in Nyanga and Khayelitsha on the Cape Flats. He recently came under fire after public protector Thuli Madonsela found that he was involved in the unlawful signing of leases for police office space in Pretoria and Durban with 1.7 billion rand. Cele says his job is his priority.
I'm simply saying to you, I'm doing my job now. If you have that information yourself, please work on it, process that information. But for me, is to do my job until my job is done.
Home Affairs Minister Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma says her department should not be dragged into the Dalai Lama visa debacle. Dlamini Zuma has dismissed assertions that her department referred the visa application to the Department of International Relations. She responded to media questions during a press briefing in Parliament a short while ago. Dlamini Zuma says international relations dealt with the Dalai Lama visa application previously, before the application was sent to Home Affairs.
If it wasn't dealt with by them, we would have been the one, Ronnie would have been the one talking on the matter. And obviously, if a head of state or a person of certain stature apply, of course, international relations has to be involved in one way or the other. And so they dealt with the matter. They received the memorandum from the demonstrators here. It wasn't Home Affairs. If it was Home Affairs, we would have dealt with it and we would have spoken on it one way or the other. It wasn't our issue. It was their issue. They dealt with it. So I think we should accept that. Don't try and drag us. We've got too many of our own problems.
The National Freedom Party has added its voice for calls to government to grant a visa to exiled Tibetan spiritual leader, the Dalai Lama. The NFP says it is surprising that President Jacob Zuma has kept quiet about the Dalai Lama's visa debacle. The party's national spokesperson, Hlange Zwamvelazi, says they strongly condemn the disrespect shown to the Dalai Lama and to Archbishop Desmond Tutu.
The actions of our government has divided South Africans and the world at large. It is very much disappointing that the ANC-led government has opted to disrespect these two old leaders. We still appeal to our government to continue to grant visa to this spiritual leader if there is a chance, as Mr. Mutlante has promised. Lastly, it is quite surprising that Mr. Jacob Zuma, as the head of the state, is so quiet on the matter.
And Northwest Provincial Director of Prosecutions, Johan Smith, is reported to have taken over in the bail application by former Rustenburg Mayor Matthew Wolmarans and 3 of his accomplices. Smith is famous for having successfully assisted in the conviction of the killer of a Pretoria police officer, Francis Resuche, 3 years ago. Wolmarans is linked to the murder of a former councillor Mos Phakwe, who was following tender irregularities in 2009. Tebetsi Lekiadimeti reports.
Armed with an experience of over 30 years, Johan Smith has a vast experience starting from the former Botswana judicial system. Known for his toughness, he managed to convince the court in the Rasuke case to find a killer guilty and sent to jail for life. Although the proceedings today here in Rustenburg were delayed due to logistics, the matter has drawn a lot of interest. Like in the past appearances, those supporting the accused are wearing T-shirts bearing the face of former Rustenburg Mayor Matthew Wolmarans, and the others emerged wearing red Cosatu and SACP T-shirts.